Hello everybody and welcome back to Frostpunk on the Edge. Day 13 is coming to an end right now. We are coming closer to a big temperature increase and then it's going permanently down. So it's a last reprieve before we, I guess, go for permanent -40. Right now we have a group of survivors on the way, 27 workers. That is fine. I have no idea what I'm doing with them yet at this point, but we're probably making good use of them with the coal production or something similar. I'm building the tents right now for it. We have the brazier up now as well. Let's just have a look. Yep, this is now bringing our coal production then, well, pretty down there. For that reason, we will probably have then more people working in the coal production. So actually, yeah, there we have a good use for them. Unfortunately, no engineers at this point. Now, what we can see is that we do have another quest that is now for the settlement development of this other group that we have. So the hot springs over here. So there we can see that we can send them something, like for example right now we could send them some help then. That is something I'm going to do once I have the group of survivors coming to me. The other thing that we can do for sure is pump repairs. One of the pumps heating the crops is broken and food production suffers. We could fix it and raise the output and they will give us 30 raw food in return. That costs us a steam core. We do have quite a lot of steam cores. This one here is cheaper though, you know, so that is really expensive there. These are not that expensive. The basic dwellings right now, these people live in terrible conditions, some in caves, some in makeshift shelters. And yes, let's send them the first shipment. This will increase the output to 30. At least I think it's a once payment for now. But perhaps we can raise it then permanently. Now for the researching, what I want to do right now is I want to get some insulation. So right now gathering posts, we're going to need them permanently for the coal production is important. So let's get some gathering post insulation up and running. Now we have 3 steam cores and I want to make use of that. I want to start with the infirmary. The infirmary we can squeeze in here. Usually, originally I wanted to have the factory here, but well, the factory can be wherever we want to have it. The infirmary is way more important. Let's put it there. It is such an amazing building for treating the sick. Plus we can then save some engineers that can in return work again in the workshop. So very important building. We still have the steam cores for the factory and an automaton. That's something I'm going to use then for sure. But for now, let's just wait for the scouts to arrive. And yep, very good. We have a temperature increase, -20 it is again. So it is really warm. Actually, people are sweaty probably because of that. And as we can see, yep, they do like that. And discontent goes down. My scouts have arrived here at the high pass. Apparently, not only we found this pass to be a convenient way over the mountains, bonfire remains on the other evidence it has that people came here before, or camped here before. That is that. And Couloir of the Dead. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. This is where we go next. And my other scouts, oh, very close now with the workers. We do have the workplace and the infirmary is up and running now too. So let's move some of those engineers then to the infirmary now. 6 of them will work here. And as we can see, well, temperature is really comfortable even though we are not even using heaters on this building at this point. So the infirmary can now take up to 10. So we can shut down 2 of the med posts here. They're not very useful anyway. And we can also save then on the coal from these heaters. Very good. So that is a big improvement there. Now the army warehouse. Oh, there we have them. The workers have arrived. 20, oh, quite a lot of them are sick. Sorry, I will need to put some of my engineers here now to the med post once again. Do we actually have engineers anywhere else? No, I don't think so. Holy moly, all of them are sick, terribly sick. That's going to take quite some time. Let's have a look where else we can go. This one is going over here. We do have the crumbling huts here still, so that's more survivors. For that reason, and I'm not going with that. Let's go back here with that scout team. Righto, send it there. And then we have the helping hands here that I wanted to do as well. This, the settlement needs the workers there to improve some stuff. And we do have the 5 workers plus a bit of resources. Let's send it also to them. So we have 2 outgoings right now. And with that, we have 2 incomings. And that is a lot of raw food there. Perfect. Now, with the workers, let's put them to the coal thumper. The engineers will have to work then in the infirmary now. And other than that, yep, what we can do now is we can go with the automaton then. So I want to have a factory. Let's have the factory, yeah, I guess over here where we have the coal thumper. Then I'm going to have a gathering hut here as well that I can have then once I upgrade it. And in the middle of the whole thing, I can then have a brazier, actually taking all of it into account. Very good. Exactly what we need to do. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time there for them. Gathering post installation has also been researched, so my gathering post will no longer need any heating for now. And this will save then further coal. Very good. So the coal balance is tremendously high. Long hours of toil, and I won't address this for now. We do need everyone working at the top of their lungs. The sawmill here is working now again, finally has 300 wood, and then it's only one more step, and then we are out of the wood from the sawmill. There we have a few more trees, but that's really it then. New law as well, let's have a look at that. So we have the fighting arena that pushes down the discontent. Radical treatment, I don't think so. We could actually go with the soup now. So since food is not... Well, do we have food? Yeah, well, we don't have much food, that's for sure. But we're getting some shipments now. No, I think we will have to go with soup. I don't feel content with having that little food there. So soup is now working for us, and hopefully for the better. Now, research-wise, we also have a new choice. Let's have a look what we can do here. Efficient gathering sounds like a good idea. The other thing would be the house. Nope, not really. Heater efficiency upgrade. Heaters cost less coal. The brazier allows the temperature by 2 levels. That's actually my favorite right now. And I think we might actually go with that research. Yeah, because as soon as it's time, we will raise it then by the second level. Coal is looking fine, so we can afford that, and this will come in handy now actually with the very next day then, right? So it saves a bit of time there before we need to upgrade our tents. And it is looking so cold down there. I certainly don't want to live there, even though, well, sometimes with the bunkhouses then it looks nice. I mean, I like the cold. Minus 20 degrees though is a bit harsh already, and we have 7 sick people in the cold thumper right now, so I hope that my infirmary is doing all it can. And actually, let's slow down on the research even more. Not the best option, but it's all we can do right now to put them to the med post here to work at a higher efficiency level. And I really don't have... Oh, what we do have now is the factory here as well, so automatons would be ready. Very good. Costing us a bit though, but we do have that soon. If we had any doubts whether the bodies were thrown here deliberately, a sign at the entrance to the gully dispels them. No man will have rule over others for all time. Convicts of Frostland. These are probably bodies of the overseers who guarded convicts working on Frostland, and these cages were used to transport convicts from place to place. 26 steel is our reward. Shipwreck Camp is the next one. And we already have, yep, 26 steel now with one of our scouts again. I will probably take down this workshop for now permanently. Research-wise, we are in a pretty fine spot, I think at least. And thus we can open up another med post. We should do that. We have way too many sick at the moment. The next shipment has arrived. Very good. So food-wise, we are still stable. Hot springs. Your people want to build a medical post in our settlement. It's not necessary in our opinion. We have our ways of healing. The aura of the springs is a cure in itself. We don't trust engineers and the mechanical way of thinking, and we'd rather not have them around. Holy cow, these are hippies. You can help us in many other ways. I rather have them having medical posts. Hot springs will be displeased, but I rather go with that, to be honest. Because I'm pretty sure if we don't do it, later on there will be an event then most likely where people get sick over there. And the natural ways are not doing it anymore. So let's rather have a displeasure now and probably then give them something. Another construction team is ready. Why is that? Most likely because we have... Oh, Helping Hands 2 is pretty big. Oh, there's so many choices right now. How many we have still 10 workers available. And I could save that. Oh, basic healthcare, but that's 5 engineers and that's something I don't have. So it might actually be a good idea to go with the group of survivors that we have in the crumbling hut here, because there were some engineers and I do need them myself as well, but I also want to help Hot Springs, of course. As we can see, the sick is going down now, the sick rate. I mean, there was a huge hit that we took here with the 27 sick people coming in. No one died from it because we had the infirmary already on time. That was pretty good. The good station, 11 hours away. Pretty close to New London. I hope my scouts are not getting hit by some squadron or something like that. And yep, very good. Sick is now, no one is waiting anymore. And as we can see, we're now tending all the sick that are remaining, and it's going down pretty quickly there. Shipwreck Camp. Oh, this is big. No kings, only men. Convicts were widely used on Frostland to build generators deceived by false promises of amnesty and return home. Most of them were worked to death, carried on prison ships from one construction site to another. Some of them have rebelled, and those who met here were successful. They killed their guards, took over the ship, and set up their own settlement, away from London's power. The hull of the ship, heated by steam boilers, protected them from the great storm. Hearing that we too have rebelled against our masters, they seem to warm up on us. Oh, is this a new? Yep, this is a new depot, just like the Hot Springs. Really cool. I like this idea. So we have now 2 potential camps. This one here, we do have the 10 workers ready. We do have the materials. Let's get another construction camp to the shipwreck there. I love that. One thing that we have right now is we don't have enough wood. Indeed. I didn't expect this to happen. 10 more workers are gone now, so that means we definitely have room now for the survivors. And a new law that we can take now as well. So we have the soup, very good. I actually want to go now with the child labor then. Or, sorry, child shelters. Because we want to go with apprentices here. That's boosting my research or my healing rate. Public house seems good as well. Let's go with child shelters for now. We can build that, and this boosts my hope then even further. So right now, pretty good spot, though we still don't know what New London will be doing. Improved blowers. How does it affect my coal consumption? Not very much. Gotta say that. Oh, I see. They have not been all upgraded to it, right? So right now we can still afford to level 1, but with the next temperature drop we will then have to raise it. Research-wise, I don't think we need to research anything primarily right now. Steam, nope, we don't need that. I don't want to do anything with the sawmill since we don't need that for much longer. Coal mining optimization sounds like a good idea, so the coal mine output is a bit higher, but other than that, infirmary mechanization, yeah, so also sounds like a good idea. Yeah, let's actually go with that. And then we have the child shelter that we will need to build within 2 days. Alright, there are lots of sick. Some are waiting, which should not be the case. Other than that, coal we have enough. Food we have enough, even though it's not much. So lucky we had the soup. Without the soup, I think it would be much lower now. And we have reached the next station. Nothing here, move on. Whatever the warehouse contains does not belong to us, but well, it no longer belongs to anybody, so we broke into it. And yeah, a few food rations here and there. Isolated camp. This is pretty far away now from my camp. Alrighty, so sick is pretty down. We no longer need the med posts. All of them we can actually turn off, and we can use all of these engineers on the workshop, even though... Do we need that many of the on the workshop? Nope. Some of them we can use then on the factory here. So once we have enough wood, we will be able to build our first automaton. That is pretty powerful. And I think, yep, let's actually have 5 available, and those 5 we can send then to Hot Springs. That's here. Basic healthcare. Shipment is en route now. Of course, draining us again a bit of the resources, but it's fine for now. We still have 1 steam core then for the automaton. We probably will use it then on the warehouse if that is possible. And infirmary mechanization. So we only need now 5 engineers in the infirmary. Another huge step forward. And with that we have even more engineers available to us. And they all can work then. Right, with the research. I think we will stop the research for now. I don't see any other... I mean, warehouse insulation sounds like a good idea, but it's just costing so much. Let's go with the coal mining optimization. So this coal mine here produces a bit more. This will be important. Frozen Sea. Must have been a seashore. There's nothing over here. Ghost ship is our next target. And my construction team is still on the way now to the Shipwreck Camp. We'll be there pretty soon. Sick-wise, it's really fine at the moment. Trading depot with the Shipwreck Camp, child shelter, and wait for the New London's response is still our other problem that we have, our other main quest that we have there right now. Alright, day 15 is at an end, day 16 is upon us. The construction team is arriving now. There they are. And we can now build a trading depot at the Shipwreck Camp. And there it is. And now we have 2 settlements actually. This one has 54 people. And this one has 40. I really do like this mechanic here. Book of Laws. We can now go with the child help. Both of them we don't really need at this point that much. So public house is probably something for the discontent to help us. The good thing about that is then we can have more overwork. Okay, thanks to this trading depot you've built, we can help each other. That's great. That's all we can say right now to that. Public house, there it is. Let's see if we can find a suitable location for the public house. Not many good locations here. If I have it here, I could have it within the brazier. That would be something. Or we just have it here. And we do need other buildings or tents around it then anyway at some point. Oh, wait a second. Let's try it this way. Let's have the tent actually, or the road for the tent actually go out here. Right, and then I can get rid of this road. First we need to finish it. Isolated camp. Oh no, there's nothing. After we took a closer look, it turned out that this is a quarantine center belonging to New London. Apparently our former home was affected by some epidemic that they tried to suppress. And they put the infected here far from the healthy population. Oh my goodness. Right, so not the best people here, New Londoners. Right, 2 scout teams. One is reaching then the ghost ship. And provide medical care and raise the resource output. That is for those guys here. They want some steel, raise the food availability. This would give us 50 wood in return. Very good. We do need that. For a bit of steel, no problem. Steel is something actually we have plenty of right now. I really, really love these mechanics, gotta say that. Absolutely amazing so far. A new shipment has arrived. 30 raw food. We do have a food problem. Sir, since we don't have a generator or steam hub, we can't refuel automatons. They would work for just a few hours and then stop. We have to rely... Oh, no. Alright, we cannot build the automatons. Why did you let me build the factory then? Alright, no idea, but we cannot use automatons in this scenario. This is a blow. Certainly. So we do have some steam cores available now. 2, actually, because I'm going to dismantle the factory if I need to. Ghost ship has some rations for us. The ship carried hundreds of convicts whose bodies are still locked in cells, but the crew did not abandon them. We found the remains in their quarters. There's still plenty of food. We could take it, although we can't be sure what was the cause of death. Oh, 37 food rations, that's not worth the risk. Let's leave the resources. And with that, we can send now our scouts to the frozen den or the natural terrace. Let's go with the frozen den. And from there then to crumbling hut, take the survivors back home to Sleepy Hollow. Plus the resources then. Right, food, wood is coming in plenty right now, and we do get a shipment for that, right? Yeah, 50 wood is coming in. And we do need to do something about the rations there. So let's see what we can send them. Pump repair, trade resources for food, and pumps renovation. Let's go with this one. We need more steam cores. So let's switch it back again to the middle ground there, because we do have enough steel anyway. And we do need those steam cores as well. Coal is still being... Oh, it's going to minus 50 soon. We should be having bunkhouses everywhere then. So far we're alive, that's a good thing. Though with the shipments it's getting a bit stressful at some point now, I guess. Coal mining optimization, very good. Output has been increased. And for anything else, I don't think we need anything else here. Heater efficiency upgrade. Nope. Nope. Tier 4 might be a good thing, but not right now. So I'm going to wait for the research there a bit. Long hours of toil. I won't address this right now. We have built the street, so let's get rid of the old street, giving us back a bit of food, wood. And the public house we can then build here. And in front of that, we could then have a tent. Yeah, very good. Right. Having the tent in here and the public house makes sense. Plus, we do need still the child shelter. Child shelter is not receiving any heat from anywhere. We could have it then here. Having another tent then on the side. Yep. And then we can have more braziers in that area. But I need to build that sooner or later. So I'm doing it now. Plus, I think it has good insulation anyway. Scouts have reached a deep fracture. We've established that the crevice extends beyond the ice sheet, deep into the rock. It could be the result of tectonic movement, but rock might have cracked under the weight of ice. It's so deep that pieces of ice thrown into it vanish without any echo. Alright, snow rover. We're getting further away from our camp with the scouts there. Hopefully there's no surprise waiting for us. Coal is pretty much full right now. And I'm not happy about the wood. Though we get some wood now in. Raw food as well. What else could we send them? Let's have a look there. Trade some resources for food. More handing helps. Yep, we do need 10 workers for that. And those guys here, they always send wood, alright? So coal and food supplies. There's some steel, we can send that for a bit more wood. It's a lot of trading now. A lot of trading. We need to balance our resources there very carefully. Food I cannot afford right now. Though I would need more workers. Right, since we do have... No, actually I don't want to do that. Sending engineers away. We should not be doing that. Alright, day 16 is at an end. And another temperature drop is coming in. Resource-wise, we are fine. To the food is making me a bit anxious there. And however it continues, it's going to be interesting. Stay tuned.